how to tune into what you want to experience. A very clear example of this is the other day, my wife and I, this was before we had our newborn baby just now. We were looking into cars, and you might have heard this example before. And we went into the Honda showroom. We wanted to get the Honda Pilot. So we sat in it, drove it, and then after that, the next couple of days, we kept on seeing Honda Pilots on the road. And so, what's the reason behind it? Is it that all of a sudden there were started to be more Honda Pilots on the road than before? I don't think so. Um, we didn't change locations, we didn't change our routes, but we just started to see more of those cars on the road. And it's they call it, it's the simple thing is it's tuning into the frequency of the Honda Pilot. It sounds funny, but you're tuned into what that car is, what it feels like, what it smells like. You've been inside it, you want it, you want to get it, and now that's all you see. And so it's a very simple example of how what we are tuned into on our day to day basis is what we see all around us. Another example of this is, and maybe it will help land easier, is I was cleaning out my garage the other day, and it hadn't been cleaned out in I'd say in a while. And once I started to clean one thing, because in my head I was like, okay, I'll just do this and it'll be fine. But once you start doing this, then you start seeing, oh, there's also this. There's a leaf over there. Oh, this shouldn't be over here. This should be over here. And I was I was power washing my garage by the end of it, and then um, and focusing on what soil particles I could still see on one side of the garage. Stopped, looked again. Oh, there's another soil particle here, which, by the way, the garage was filthy for months and didn't bother me at all. But once I was tuned into the frequency of cleansing, of cleaning out of garage, the more dirt I could see, or the more places I could see where I needed to clean more or organize more. So it was a really cool experience. I'm sure for people who who do not are not necessarily cleaning out garages, but like if you're vacuuming something or I don't know, any small cleaning task, you will start to see more and more. Um, I don't know if it happens with other people, so tell me if it does happen with you. Start to see more and more um, dust or garbage or little bits here and there. The more you start to vacuum. And so, like, usually it happens with me is when I'm done cleaning an area, then I look around, I was like, oh, I can still see that tiny little piece um, that's not been vacuumed. So, vacuum it again to make sure it's properly cleaned. And so that brings it to how can you use that in our day-to-day life? So, when you're seeing a lot of something that particular day, it's one thing you could do is ask yourself, what am I tuned into today that I'm experiencing more and more of this today? Like what's happening internally, right? Like I wouldn't be in a cleaning mindset or to go out and clean unless or until I had the cleaning energy inside me first, and then I went into that action. So when you're experiencing something on the outside and you're seeing a lot of it, a good place to start is with yourself. Okay, what is the reason I'm experiencing more of this today? What am I tuned into? Is like I have a friend who's a very angry driver at road rage, so whenever I'm in the car with him, it seems to me like angry drivers find him and he's getting honked at more. Like that's the experience he's creating. And whereas if I were to take the same route on the same day, like I would have a completely different experience. And so, what really is it about that that tells you how much you yourself are in control of what you're experiencing every day? Now, certain circumstances are obviously are out of our control. I'm more talking in the sense of a day-to-day thing. Um, and so, maybe this will help bring awareness to what um, needs attention in your life, what you're putting off, and how you can tune into what you want to experience. Like, let's say you want to get more leads or do better if you're a business owner, like earn more next month or next month. So what do you need to do internally first to start seeing, to tune into what opportunities are there for you to see that are there every day, but you're just not tuned into them to get you to the level that you want to get to. You can apply this to work, to sports, to athletics, and sports might be an easier example. Like if you want to get faster or jump higher or be better at a particular sport, baseball, what do? You tune into what would it be that would make you better. You start researching techniques, how other people do it. Then you start to implement those techniques. You practice for hours, and then you go onto the field and you start to see and you experience and you start to do better. And eventually you do become a better football player, or a soccer player, or a baseball player, a basketball player, better skateboarder, whatever it is that you want to do and you want to be experience more of. It starts internally, in my experience at least, and if you have a different point of view, please feel free to share it. And I'm not naive enough to consider that I might leave something out here. But yeah, what you want to see more of, you tune into the frequency, the vibration, and usually it starts from thought, research, practice, action, and then eventually you start to experience more of it, which could be being better at a sport, scoring more points, having a peaceful drive home, having a cleaner home. Um, yeah, so let me know your thoughts and experiences on this, and yeah, see you on the next one.